Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of In the Green Room. My name is Brittany Shanae. Y'all know who I am, your favorite podcaster. And if I'm not your favorite podcaster right now, I will be. Trust and believe me, everything I say happens. But that's beside the point. As y'all can see, I am not sitting here by myself. I got a super talented individual, multi-talented individual right here next to me. I got I don't know what you want me to introduce you by, so I'm going to introduce you by what I want to introduce you by. This is Tahira, aka Tahoe 404, the 404 representative in the flesh, ATLian, Atlanta. It's written from head to toe. Yeah, that's my kids. Written from head to toe. I appreciate you so much for being here with me. Thank you.
Brittany, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I am welcomed. This is really nice. This is really nice.
I appreciate you for coming in.
You know what? This is cool. I've seen the growth, you know what I'm saying? And I like it.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
A lot. I like it a lot. So y'all know at the beginning of every episode, we do something called the affirmation station. Yeah. So we got 2 decks of affirmation cards. I'm going to shuffle both of them. And our guest is going to pull an affirmation card from each deck, and those will be our affirmations for the week. I'm so grateful for all of you all who have been tuning in every day while we've been gearing up for season 2 and getting your affirmations of the day. If you have not seen those, just go to my Instagram, click the Reels page, click series and affirmations of the day. It should be over like 90 videos by now. Some of the videos have 1 affirmation, 2 affirmations. Some of them have multiple. So go on there, click a video, click an affirmation, and I'm certain that it's going to be something that you need. So without further ado, let's get into our affirmation station. Our first deck is my Transcend Beauty deck. This is, I ain't used to wearing no nails.
I too now.
Thank you.
Okay.
By me. Yeah. Goddess Glow the brand, Get your press-ons. But this is the Transcend Beauty deck. This is a deck for creatives. Through and through. For sure. So I'm going to shuffle it a few times. I'm going to spread it out. And then Tahoe 404 is going to pick our first affirmation of the week.
Yes,
all right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure it's spread all the way out.
Mm-hmm. It feel good in here.
Mm-hmm.
The first one.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and read it. All right, let me just say, and I say this every episode, every time a guest comes on here and pulls a card, it's exactly what they need.
All right, the first card says, I use obstacles to motivate me to learn and grow. Yep.
Right on time.
I use obstacles to motivate me to learn and grow. You know what? Yeah. I had an obstacle this morning. And I ain't know I was going to be met with one, but baby, that thing showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning.
You can't let them just get in your energy and settle in there and throw you off.
No, for real.
That's
like, what is this obstruction? I didn't even know that my day was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really had to detour because of an obstacle that was unexpected. But you know what? Everybody around me saw me like, nigga, what's going on, bro? Like, where is this coming from? Everybody else was like, bro, you good. It's straight.
Everybody else is chilling.
You know what I'm saying? My homeboy saw me for the first time, like overthinking. Like he saw it all on my face, like, oh, you really going through it. And he just sitting there like, it's gonna be good, bro. Like, it's not your fault. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we take that on, like, if something don't go our way, we instantly be like, God, what I did, is this some type of punishment? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. I use obstacles. Use them obstacles to motivate yourself to learn and to grow from them. That's all that it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's it.
Now this next deck is from our I Am Everything deck. Y'all just saw me shuffle. Now we'll go ahead and pull from the 10 knob. From the 10 knob.
Okay. I am a creator. Everything around me began as a thought. My clothes, my home, and even the roads I drive on were once thoughts. When I take the time to contemplate my surroundings, I grasp all of the thoughts that took place to create the world. Likewise, my thoughts have created things. My thoughts create my actions and thereby create my life as I know it. Therefore, I strive to think about my desires optimistically. I am a creator.
I think this episode is gonna be right on. Right on.
No, this live in real time.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Everything around me began as a thought.
Yeah.
My clothes, my hat, my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Was an idea that I thought about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I look, these were just thoughts. These were just ideas that I just had, and now it's like I'm wearing them. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is.
So I am a creator.
I am a creator.
And
I use my obstacles to motivate me to learn and grow.
So those are our affirmations of the week from our affirmation stations. Make sure you stay tuned to this episode of In the Green Room. I promise you, if you leave this video, you're going to miss a treat. So stay tuned. See y'all in a second.
All
right. You ready?
Yep.
Hey, y'all. Like I said, welcome to another episode of In the Green Room. We got Tahoe 404 sitting right next to me. Yeah. I have known, so I'm probably just going to refer to you as the hero for the people. They can get Tahoe 404, but I know who I know you as. So absolutely. Is that okay with you? All right, so I've known Tahira since my freshman year at Fort Valley. So that's going back to 2009. Here we are in 2023. That is 14 years. That's crazy, cuz.
That is, though.
That's wild.
Nah, for real.
That's 2009, baby. That's crazy. A lot has happened since 2009 until here. Hell, a lot has happened since January of this year. Like, time just be timing.
It's just exponential at this
point. For real.
It ain't even it's not even consecutive no more. This is some.
It's speeding up, slowing down, speeding up. But again, thank you so much for coming and talking with me today in the green room. She's been trying to skip on this interview for months. Yeah, I just put you on blast. I did. And I don't understand. I don't understand why, when this is the most beautiful place on the planet,
it is.
I'm glad you're actually here, finally.
To do it for real, for real.
Yes.
The real deal, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I got a little footage from another time that I'm gonna drop and release where she was over there talking her, but this is the real deal, of course. Yeah. And again, I just want to stress how grateful I am that you did come and sit down with me. I appreciate it. So, like I've been saying, I know you, but I want my audience and my people to know who Tahoe 404 or Tahira is, or you can let them know whoever you decide to expound on, like, who are you? Like, where'd you come from? Like, how do we get here? You can go long route, you can go short route, you can go middle route. It don't matter. Just let the people know who you are as best described by you.
I like that. So, for those who do not know me, my name is Tahira Hanson, professionally known as Tahoe 404.
Period.
I am a Grady baby. You know what I'm saying? I am real Atlanta. I love my city. You know what I'm saying? But what's up?
Necklace. 404 3 times.
But let's see. My dad, he's from the Virgin Islands. He's from St. Thomas, and he met my mama over here in Atlanta. I just asked him last week how did they meet. I never really asked him.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? My mom did pass very early. So I was 6 years old when she passed. So I just asked him, like, how y'all meet? How y'all even, you know what I'm saying? And he told me it was a Sunday night. He knew. He was like, okay, it was a Sunday night at a reggae spot on Old Neck called Reggae Paradise back in the day. She came in, her homegirl came in late, I think. I don't know where she was working at, but she was a bartender. She did bartend at the Omni Dome, Lakewood Amphitheater. So, like, she was really involved in, like, the nightlife and the city life of Atlanta. I guess that's kind of where I just kind of take that on to from her. But he was like, yeah, they came in late. You know what I'm saying? They was getting ready to close. My dad was cleaning up, and
they hit it off.
Yeah, he was like, let them in, man. Like, cause the owner was like, nah, we closed. He was like, nah, let them in. He said he hopped down on them. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mama to be tough though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll be on coming out of the train station, and they're like, what's up, legs? Nothing. I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but boom. So I got a little Virgin Island, you know what I'm saying? A little Atlanta. I think that's a beautiful blend, to be honest. I mean, those are two very beautiful energies just coming together. Music is that's my love though.
Yeah.
My dad told me at 3 years old he knew that I had a grasp for like rhythm and melody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And from there he just would buy me instruments.
Yeah.
I wish I had them now. I ain't know what I had.
Right. You ain't know.
He bought me like rain sticks, you know what I'm saying? Like African rain sticks, cowskin drums, guitars. He told me at 5, I told him I wanted a 88 key grand piano at 5 years old. I don't remember that, but I know that was a fact because for my 5th birthday, he brought me a 49 key Yamaha keyboard, and that to this day was a birthday present that I was like, yo.
Yeah. Just the one.
I had that thing from 5 all the way up to high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He started me off at golf. He wanted me to be a golfer like him. You know what I'm saying? But he knew that he was like, okay, music. I knew music was gonna be the route that you chose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm fire at golf too. I'm fire at golf.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the ladies captain at Stone Mountain High School.
Period. Little flags, you know.
Oh man, look. I was whooping up on them white folk. Period. They cheated. We was at regionals playing at a private course in Dunwoody. It was me and 2,
Mm-hmm.
And I was whooping up on them.
Yeah.
They turned the scorecards in. They won that match. I know I won. My daddy know I won, but they cheated.
Yeah.
So that was lame. But I think I'm fine at anything I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You too, and y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Anything that we do, we just, you know what I'm saying? When you just got that, like that, bro, it don't matter what you doing. You can do it.
Yeah.
And it's effortless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So music, golf, band, I started that in middle school. Am I answering the question right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You telling us about
I am
you.
a creative person. I love to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think of cool business ideas all the time. It's something that comes to me easily. Song concepts, melodies. Sometimes I wake up with melodies in my head. Sometimes I'll be at work and a melody will hit my head and I can go and create. I think that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful gift that we can visualize something or conceptualize it and materialize it. You know what I'm saying? In real time. Right. Thusly, our affirmation card for earlier. I am a creator, like through and through. So I'm still learning myself though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an overthinker. I think I'm very critical on myself for no reason. I'm just getting comfortable with speaking, being on camera and all that. Like, it's still so much, but I got to get used to it.
You're taking it one day at a time.
One day and one experience at a time. So thank you for allowing me to get more comfortable with doing things like this.
No problem.
Yeah, and I'm fine, man. Like, I just want to put that out there. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Multi hyphenated, many commas.
Yeah.
She's this and that and that and that and that and all of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a lovely, chill, laid back, earthy, calm, nurturing kind of way.
Package.
You feel me?
Okay.
And I'm a Taurus too, bro. They gonna put that out there. Taurus gang, make Taurus in their mug. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Taurus gang, shout out to every Taurus out there, man. I love y'all. Y'all already know how we do it, man. Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Oh yeah. What would y'all do without us? Cause we the earth that y'all stand on. Like, what y'all thought y'all gonna do?
Y'all see what they say on my y'all see what they say right there. Get you a Libra. Okay. Made by
a Taurus.
If you want to take it there, cool, but
I'm a creator, baby.
Yeah, nah. What?
Not to cut you off.
No, you good.
We do vibe because we are ruled by Venus, and shout out to her. Cause that's a bad beat. Venus is a bad beat. Like, that energy ain't nothing to play with. So.
My Libra is in Venus.
That's what I'm saying.
My sun is in Libra, and my Libra is in Venus. I mean, my Venus is in Libra. I got it.
Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus.
Yeah.
So that's fineness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I definitely can relate about the creative. Just when people ask me what I do nowadays, it's kind of hard to just say one thing.
Right.
Yes, I'm a makeup artist by trade. However, and another comma, and another comma. It's like it never stops. Now, sometimes that is a little, I'm not gonna say frustrating, but Lord, sometimes you funny. But sometimes I feel like being multi-talented can make things a little complicated.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if you're putting the right amount of focus in the right talent or giving enough attention to the talents that require your attention at that time. So do you identify with that? Do you have moments like that? Because clearly by trade, music production is that's your heart, right?
Right.
But conceptualizing ideas, styling, all of these other things where I feel like you're a master of your craft and a lot of these other talents, and I feel like I am too. But do you feel like sometimes it gets in the way of your focus? Like, do you find it hard to focus or hone in or, make better?
Yep, sure do.
Yeah. What do you do in those moments?
So one thing that helps is wisdom from others, right? Those who been there and experienced those things, those feelings, situations, spaces that we be in, and they're able to provide just the right tweak or status or statement that just remedies where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Recently I've been writing more than I have in my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Journaling
saying?
or
yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a writer that don't write.
Yeah.
But I'm trying every day to try to jot down, voice record these downloads, because that's what they be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get back to your question. I sit back and reflect on stuff that I wrote earlier this year, and I'm like, dang, it hit different. So I encourage y'all to write.
Yeah.
I try to do 5 minutes. I start with 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
When you lay down, you can write for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I have one thing that I did read online was creativity comes in cycles.
Yeah.
Honor your creative cycle. Once you learn what your creative cycle is, then you will know how to do what needs to be done at what time.
Put the focus in what area.
Because not all the time I want to make beats.
Yeah.
And that might be just a discipline or a motivational issue, and I've struggled with those too. I like structured, unstructured.
Yeah.
I like order, but I don't like structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is, but that's like my catch-22. Once I read that, like, honor your creative cycle, because as a creative, like, everything is we can touch and taste and feel and smell everything. We can be inspired by anything, right? So I'm learning to play in everything.
Yeah.
And that's childlike. Like, we tend to stray away from our inner child, and I'm learning that that's so important.
Gotta lean into it.
Some of your most successful people are still in touch with their childlike side. Some of the wittiest inventions, some of the coolest ideas, you know what I'm saying, like amusement parks. Somebody was still in touch with that. If we all just got grown and just were like, I'm grown, I ain't got time to play around and be no child or do all that. I'm grown. I got grown folk. No, man, like coloring, listening to music, like playing around and nail stuff. The stuff we used to do, like when we were little, like whatever that is, like get back into that. So, like, my mom used to make clothes. I didn't know that. So, she's vicariously, I guess, have gave me that. You know, that sense of style and all that. It's just structuring when to do what. So it's like, okay, on these days I'm gonna do clothes. These days I'm gonna focus on music. You know what I'm saying? And whatever else I embark on, I don't know yet. It'll come, but I know how to massage it in, like weave it in. But I still struggle with it though. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
that is something that I recently started doing, giving myself days dedicated to a particular talent of mine or gift of mine. Like Sundays and Wednesdays are for In the Green Room.
See?
Sundays and Wednesdays are for in the green room. I don't work on Wednesdays. I don't do anything else but relax. Well, I work out every day, just about. But I work out, relax, and prep for in the green room stuff on Wednesdays. I know for a fact that I'm gonna get my stuff done for in the green room on Wednesdays and Sundays. Now, last season, I didn't really have a structure for in the green room. And so I found that the editing process was a lot more tedious because I was filming the episodes and then I wasn't working on it when I got done with the episode. I would push it back, and then you get into the procrastination, and then you get into being overwhelmed, and then you get into all of these things. So I completely understand when you say you said you like structure, you don't like.
I like order.
You like order, you don't like structure. So I think for me, as the super creative that I am, because it ain't I feel like I rarely use the left side of my brain. Like,
and
the left side is the logic,
okay.
It's the numbers, the logistics, all of that. The right side of your brain is the inner child, the creativity, the color, the patterns, all of that stuff. And I feel like I might step my toe over into the left brain when necessary. Right. Only when necessary. And so for me, I found that lately I need structure. I need to activate that left side of my brain so that all of these ideas and concepts that I'm sitting on can actually be activated and not remain as just a thought. Because I think as creatives, the frustration and the procrastination and all of those things, it comes from the lack of structure, the lack of order. Like 9 times out of 10, if you go into a creative's bedroom in their adolescent years, it's a mess. It's because we're feeding whatever feels good or satisfies the craving for our happy and
in that time your parents was providing the structure and the order, so you didn't even have to think about
exactly
you can freely be a child in that space,
that part,
or be creative in that space,
that part.
And that's where it's like, all right, I'm grown. And
yes, and I think for me, I was a junkie individual when I was growing up, super junkie. My mama laid on me every single day of the week. Like, it was never a time where she wasn't fussing at me about cleaning my room or, organizing. Now, my mama is like the most ridiculously clean person you'll ever meet in your life. So growing up, getting my own space, I now find that I create organized chaos because of the structure that she taught me subconsciously that I was taking in.
Right.
And then the chaos is my creative. So, for instance, in my bedroom, in my closet, things are color coordinated. Okay. They are they have to be color coordinated because I feel like when I'm organized, I'm able to get to. Now, when it comes to a wash day,
I like that though. I like the structure,
yes,
but I don't like doing it.
Exactly. That's why I'm leading to when wash day comes around.
All right.
The chaos that I once knew, that ensues, and it remains for as many days as my brain, because then I get to the point where I walk in my room and I'm I'm channeling my mama. Like, what is this? Yeah. Now I can't see nothing, because even if it's unorganized, it has to be in a particular place. Mm-hmm. It has to be in a particular place so I can know where to go to it. So it's like, sometimes I get it in orderly fashion. Sometimes I'm just all over the place. But I feel like that's what the life of a creative looks like. And it doesn't matter what type of creative you are. And it don't have to be in your clothes. It could be in any other like place.
We ultimately is what I gather. Ultimately, we need structure, y'all.
Yeah.
We gonna have to get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got it, then you got to partner up with somebody who does fulfill that can help you out. Like, I'm just learning I gotta do it on my own. I get God, like, you gonna have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like that medicine. Like, I don't want to do this, but it do make my day better. It do make my life better. So, yeah, it's like
collaboration has been a big word in my life, and I feel like we're so, I know me, I'm asking for help. That is one of my biggest struggles. But when you get the help, life is so much easier. And it's as simple as, I mean, the worst that somebody can say is no. But I think that, we get so defeated by the no, we get defeated by one no, and then now we can't ask for help from anybody. Mm-hmm. And that's the sucky part of it, because when you truly meet somebody that is willing to collaborate with you, both of y'all benefit. You both benefit. Extremely. And like you said, partnering up with somebody, finding the right partner is so important, because if both of y'all are an unorganized mess, what the relationship gonna look like?
Trauma, bonding.
An unorganized mess.
And we ain't got time for this. Somebody gotta be mature enough to say,
for real.
We gonna have to find some help.
Yeah.
Now and we tend to do that.
Yeah.
We tend to partner up with familiar people because it's comfortable, and then getting with somebody who is structured and anal is we ain't gonna with it at all. We gonna be like, oh, they getting on my nerve, bro. They always got something to say, but it's what you need.
Yeah.
Thank God for people.
Yeah.
Thank God got folk around you that's stronger than you and smarter than you, and they come in your life at the right time, because that's a sign that you're gonna be all right. You're gonna make it.
Yeah.
When those people enter into your life, however they come in, like that will go on.
Yeah.
So when you said that, like, boom, let us be mature enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna get some help. Whether if I gotta download a 10-step program,
right, whatever it looks like.
Like, if you feel like you ain't got nobody, like you said, collaboration, let's stay right there.
Yeah.
All right, because that's a big word for me as well, and that's something that's not as popular in my flow, right? Because we'll be in isolation so long, working on ourselves. Then gotta be like, okay, step out, go make friends. I'm like, man, what? I'm good.
No new friends. No new friends. No.
In seasons alone. For seasons, right? And it's like we've kind of gotten used to just doing things on our own, struggling and having to figure it out, having to make ends meet. And I've experienced no's in my, like, as far as my music journey. I ain't like that.
Yeah. Period. It don't feel good.
It's like something you passionate about, something you love, and in your mind and in your heart, you're like, man, I'm fire. I'm the greatest thing. You know what I'm saying?
Since sliced bread.
I'm the best thing smoking on these beats. And then when you get into opportunities and the response might not be what you want it to be,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And either you can take that, like you said, and shut down, or you could take that and grow from it. You know what I'm saying? Well, what would make my beats better? Instead of like, you don't like my shit, okay. But when you get to a point where you know you put that work in and somebody might be like, oh, that's all right. That's just one for them.
Yeah.
It's two different things.
You gotta understand that.
You gotta know how to gauge that thing, because no could literally mean somebody probably hang. No could mean not right now, like not yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if they real enough with you, they should be able to point you in the right direction to get you, you know what I'm saying, elevated. So the coin will turn in your favor.
Yeah.
So I'm learning that, yes, collaboration as a musician, as a producer is very, very important. It's very, very beneficial. You know what I'm saying? But even still, you got to eat that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important to learn yourself. Spend as much time with yourself as you can as a creative, because that's where you really get to explore. That's what a true exploration is.
Yeah.
Right? Then you know how you can collaborate and how not to as a creative. If I'm strong on one thing, like if my hi-hats and my snares or my drums is hard, why would I collaborate with another producer that is just as equally fire on drums and hi-hats and stuff? I need to collaborate with somebody on the opposite end. Mm-hmm. That way we can meet in the middle with something fire. Mm-hmm. And that way we're learning from each other, our strengths sharpen each other. Yeah. As iron.
Iron sharpens iron. So while we talking about production, let's talk about your journey as a producer. Because when I met Tahira was in the band.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Y'all used to kill that job, bro. I used to love that.
R.I.P. Tuck.
In the Lord. Oh. What was your part?
Hold on.
That job was fine.
In the Lord.
Y'all was snapping.
Anchor in the Lord. Enough about that. When I met you
took it back. I'm sorry. 09.
Right.
Okay.
I was in the choir, you was in the band. And then I watched you become the drum major for Fort Valley. And then because we attended the Fort Valley State University, just in case you were wondering, the number one state and land grant institution in the state of Georgia.
The true
All right, 1895.
Okay.
Don't let them golden goats fool you, okay, baby?
All right.
That was a little shade, but I don't care.
Oh no, we Wildcat strong over here.
Period. Okay. Anywho, so in the band, drum major. Clearly, your love is music.
Yeah.
Clearly. And you said that came from when you were a child. Did you know, before you talk about, your journey in production, did you know as early as, your dad told you that he saw that you loved music? Did you know that early that you were so in love with music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because everybody in my family was so musically inclined and just, but nobody really took it.
Yeah.
Where I'm taking it. Like there's nobody in my immediate family that I know of that has taken it and actually harnessing all of that and turning it into something. So I really pride myself in that. While you was talking, it was something else that came to mind. I'm gonna say it real quick and then we're gonna go back in.
Okay.
Marty Woodard. God, I hope I got him. Marty on Instagram. Super, super dope. He said something like, okay, my passion, I had to learn like my passion wasn't playing football. It was collaborating with others, or it's like it's deeper than just the trade. Like what's under that? Like creating. If I just know I have an intuitive connection to sound and vibration and taking those things and creating something. What is that? Manipulating sound, manipulating frequencies. That's something bigger than just music right there. You know what I'm saying? And then when you know that, then you can stay with it long. Because some people be like, man, that junk ain't working out. I'm gonna quit. Because you ain't really connected to it in a way like, I know this is just more than FL Studio or Pro Tools. Like, this is frequency, sound, and vibration that I'm playing around with, that I enjoy, that I'm having fun just taking in. You know what I'm saying? So, band, drum major, music. So music, I enjoy expressing myself that way.
Yeah.
I'm still discovering what it is that is. Now we can say music and we can say, okay, music heals. Then okay, then that mean that's something else that I like. You know what I'm saying? That I'm automatically kind of just wrapped up in. And I've had thoughts of how my studio would look. You know what I'm saying?
Visualizing is how you manifest.
I had thoughts of what I would have in my studio, not only the music production thing, but also your different sound bowls and baths and different like healing properties. So that's what sound is used for. Frequencies are used for. So it's fun when we do it like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But then it's like you can really
take it.
You can really cultivate some magic. Magician, musician. Is right there. So being drum major at Fort Valley State was really, really fun. I was also a drum major at high school. Never knew what a drum major was when I was in the band. I just was playing my horn. I played clarinet, by the way. Shout out to them woodwind players, man. Hey, but somebody saw it in me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to P. You know what I'm saying? Pierre and I went to Stone Mountain together. Pierre was my drum major in Stone Mountain.
A Libra.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
You couldn't wait to say that. But Pierre was my drum major. You know what I'm saying? Him and Cam Wiggum. They were like, hey, Pierre was like, I knew you would be fine. I was just playing my horn, like, and doing, I know how to do that. So, but the band already felt like, all right, cool. They saw it. They saw the leadership capabilities and qualities. And that's what I'm saying. Like, collaborating with people, pull out things, you know what I'm saying, in you that you ain't know you had. Like, it takes that second or third opinion to be like, hey, keep wearing your hair like that. Or this color looks great. You know what I'm saying? Be open to taking those things in. And boom, I went, you know what I'm saying, had great training at Stone Mountain. And that prepared me for being a drum major on a college level. You know what I'm saying? Because from college, it takes you to professional. You don't go backwards. You know what I'm saying? Everything supposed to level up. So what I really, really enjoyed being drum major, like, of course, the field show was always fun. You know what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed being on that podium. You know what I'm saying? Like, right.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, I really enjoyed doing that. I really enjoyed warming up the band. I really enjoyed going over the sheet music, correcting parts, tuning the band, fixing the part. You know what I'm saying?
So it was more than just the show for you.
Yeah, it was the music. And my high school band director, shout out Harold Riley, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. That's he was very critical. He was also a woodwind player that went to FAMU. So, you know, FAMU woodwinds.
Right.
So he wasn't slacking on the clarinet players. He wasn't slacking on the woodwinds at all. But clarinet. So people think just because you play a flute or a clarinet, you got to be all lame and quiet. And no, nigga. Hey, because you play a clarinet, look, with confidence. Like, I could play the most beautifulest melody, or I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we were bred to really beast on woodwind instruments. And that was one thing that is very beneficial in HBCU band, because we loud, we crank. So it's like learning your instrument, playing from the lower registers all the way up to the higher register, taking them up, taking notes up outside of the range of the instrument. You know what I'm saying? Like, but being like conducting and all of that. What's ironic is I kind of was like, I don't want to be no band teacher. So I don't know, maybe when I retire from production or something, I might circle back around and be somebody band director at somebody's school. It just seemed like that was just supposed to go on, but I made a decision to pursue music production.
Right. And so how did you get to that decision? What made you land on producing?
It was always in me to do that too, though.
Okay.
And like 9, 10 years old, 12, early teens, me and my cousins that I stayed with, we would freestyle and do rap battles every weekend.
Yeah.
And I wrote our first song at 11 years old for all of us. I wrote each of us a verse, and I wrote us a hook.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin Maddie used to take that keyboard and make little beats and, play around with the drums, play around with the keys. We had a karaoke machine. I figured out how to take the instrumental from one radio, sit it to the microphone on the karaoke machine, and we would dub over cassette tapes. We would record over all the cassette tapes in the house that we felt like wasn't important. We weren't going to record over Janet Jackson and all the five stuff.
Right.
But whatever we recognized, we popped it in that karaoke machine. We put the CD in the CD player boombox, record, had one mic right here, and was rapping. So who was showing us how to do that? How did I even know that?
So that means it's in you. It ain't.
You feel me? Like it. Who knew? Because nobody showed us. Nobody, like I said, around us was professionally doing music. So
Right.
how did we even? So I think I might end up doing all of it though.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So producing.
Yeah.
What?
I hope y'all enjoying this conversation, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We've been talking for a while.
Let's talk about imposter syndrome.
Why would you say that?
But because
Can I sip some water?
Yeah. For you to
like
no. I definitely suffer from imposter syndrome. We're gonna come back to producing. And I think they actually go hand in hand because I think you're a very interesting person. But I think imposter syndrome would be what would prompt you to just say what you just said. I hope y'all are enjoying this, because why would they not be enjoying you talking about something that you're super passionate about and something that you love and something that you're phenomenal at? You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about imposter syndrome when it comes to producing. So let's talk about your journey through producing. You mentioned, getting no's, and I feel like when you get no's, that's when imposter syndrome will kind of rear its head, like loudly, not even just a peekaboo, but it'll show itself super fast. And I can identify with imposter syndrome, not just to put you on the spot, but I just recently did a podcast interview with my homegirl Summer from middle and high school. It's called Constantly Growing. Shout out to Summer and Dev. But we were having a conversation about something, and I said something about, just really figuring out who I was in the past year. And she was like, what? Like, a lot of people feel from what they see that you have it together and you're super confident and whatever. But when it comes to makeup artistry, I have dealt with imposter syndrome from the beginning of me doing makeup all the way up until probably, I've had bouts with it this year. But really last year is when I finally realized, like, girl, what is you doing? You're talented at it. Mm-hmm. You know how to do it. You've been published. You've been flown around the world. Mm-hmm. You've been, you have these things that should solidify in your brain that, this is what I do. However, the imposter in the back of your head just want to come up and be like, you ain't that good.
Lame,
you ain't exactly like talking all this shit. Like, so when it comes to you as a producer, like, you know how people, they say, and I talked about, and I'm gonna just let it be clear, on a Constantly Growing podcast, I talked about you, and I said my home girl is fire, and when she played me her beats, I don't think I said a gender, so it could be level, but y'all know who I'm talking about now. But I said, when I heard your first beat, the first beat that you played for me, my mouth dropped and I looked at you like I wanted to punch you, because what the hell is going on? Like,
you did.
For real.
I still see that.
But to hear a lot of people say that they're producers, and then you hear their song and it's just like,
yeah,
my little cousin could have, you know what I'm saying? When you was 11.
Yeah.
And you was dubbing, you know.
Right.
Sometimes it sounds like that. But no kizzy, no cap, ain't no cap in my rap. Y'all know I don't play by music. But Tahira is a fantastic producer. And she produced this track, and I wrote this song, and it's fire. I just want to say that. So when it come out, y'all make sure y'all come back to this episode, put in the comments all the flames and all that stuff, because it's gonna be fire. But anyway,
absolutely,
I digress. The producer.
Yeah.
Who is Tahoe 404, the producer? What does that look like? What does that sound like? How versatile is she? And talk about the journey as a producer, and then talk about imposter syndrome in production.
All right. I didn't know this is a Be Called to Fix My Life segment. I
mean, if it gets fixed, cool.
Imposter syndrome, before I knew that's what it was a very big little shadow. You know what I'm saying? And you know one thing about shadows, they could cast a lot larger than what it really is.
Yep.
So, like you said, self-discovery had been taking place for me as well over the past 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? And it has not been the prettiest journey, but I can come out on this side of it fine as ever, as I've always been. I mean, you know. My journey producing. Self-taught, you know what I'm saying? Just came up on the Fruity Loop software. You know what I'm saying? Kind of stuck with it. Didn't really hone in on it. I was just playing around with it. I didn't take it seriously until like 2016, 17. So 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm roughly around that 5-year span for seriously pursuing it and taking it professionally, right? My style, and I'm still working on my little elevator pitch, my little 15-second to the chin. Wow, I want to have that knockout statement. But because I was in band, and not only marching band, but symphonic band. We do symphonic band, concert band in the spring. That's where you really get into the literature, right? So, and I also studied music at Fort Valley when we did have that music ed program. So I took the oral skills and keyboard, and I took the theory 1, 2. I think I got up to 3 before they changed the major, and that's kind of like why I had to, you know, tailor it out. And then I'm not a fan. I love my teachers, but I don't really see me doing school system. I don't know. But that's another conversation. But, so being exposed to that type of classical literature opened my mind up. So I'm able to create. My palette is a little bit more vast than your average producer or your standard producer, you know, because there is a difference between a producer and a beat maker. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sticky little topic that we have in our community all the time. A producer don't necessarily have to play instruments, don't have to know how to work the software or nothing like that, or produce. When you produce something, you take nothing and turn it into something. Like all the elements are in place.
Right.
I can do something with that. Those elements may be other instrumentalists. It may be other producers, and it's like, okay, I need you to play this melody, give me this bass, this the snare, this the patterning stuff that I hear, and I want you to play it.
Yeah.
And when they come together, you're like, oh snap, what that jump by?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And being a drum major, I think that that's easily transferable because that's all that I was doing. Like tuning the band up, like that's very critical. So my ear is very critical to sounds, textures. So when artists hit me up, Tahoe, I need you to make me a beat, I'm gonna ask more questions because I want to make something that is special. Because you are as an artist and you're unique. I'm unique. So let's not take that creativity to create something new. What I have found though is coming up in the age of producing that we're in, you know what I'm saying, where my inspirations will be Timbaland, Missy, Pharrell, you know what I'm saying, I take the Jazzy Fade, you know what I'm saying, like you see how fun and creative and how different just those names are. But then we come up in the era where everything copy and paste, everything so repetitive, redundant. So they asking me, Tahoe, make me something like this. You're asking me to recreate another producer's sound. That's something that I'm just not rocking with. So it's a lot of missed or past opportunities for people to work with me just because I don't think they taking the time to understand the producer. And when you collaborate with people, you have to court each other. You know what I'm saying? I was reading Jermaine Dupri's book, Young, Fly, and Dangerous, I think, something like that. That was the first music-based book that I bought intuitively. I didn't even know he wrote a book. But I love Jermaine Dupri. And I love his style. I love how he create, right? So reading his book, the TLCs, the Ushers, they actually was living with him. You know what I'm saying? So when he writes a song, he's actually writing their song. Like the conversations that they had sparked an idea for a hook or a song topic. How many producers are y'all meeting these days that's doing that?
The old ones.
You feel what I'm saying? And see, I'm you know what I'm saying, 33, so my exposure to music production is different, but you got young hitters out here that's killing it. So yes, it makes me feel that imposter syndrome, like, bro, they boy 14, 15 years old, whamming. I'm not mad at it, but it's like, I'm 33. Should I even still be doing it? Like, is this, all those thoughts start coming in, you know what I'm saying? Like, what could I offer if people ain't even looking for it? Like, people ain't looking to go, they wasn't looking to take their production or their artistry that serious. Now, the artist is like, I need something deeper. I need more. And here I am sitting with my legs crossed and arms folded like, oh, finally, now y'all, you know what I'm saying? At first, y'all just want me to send y'all some beats and then y'all go on y'all merry way. No, I want to be involved in the creative process from beginning to end. And that's what a real producer do. They take it from concept, idea, to the final package, to a product. They oversee that, you know what I'm saying? From the recording sessions, what producers you want to work with. I see myself operating on that level. So me, I guess the imposter syndrome come from me trying to fit all of that into one layer of music or creating music, which would be just a beat maker. Because that's what people perceive me as, because I say, oh, I'm a producer. Oh, you make beats. I already know you don't understand what I'm saying. So, boom, I see myself, okay, you as an artist. I probably got like 3 producers I know you would sound good with. I will get you and them in a room together and we will. You feel what I'm saying? If it ain't me, I just oversee it or just make sure that it's in alignment with what you want because we already done had that conversation. Imagine how much easier your creative life would be if you knew that you found a producer that you can trust to understand you as the artist. Like really listen to you, not just for the dollar. Like I said, I love music, so I ain't in it for the money. Hell, I ain't made. I'm just out here getting over and racking up, like, you know what I'm saying? But I do know my time to showcase this is on its way swiftly, and the money gonna come because this is where perseverance and believing in yourself come in. But sometimes the imposter syndrome come in and they be like, bro, my beat might be lame. My beat might suck a little bit. That what you do to imposter? Because I'm like, bro, I'm playing this stuff, but I'm playing it for the wrong folks.
Yeah.
And then imposter syndrome had you in little ass rooms.
Yep.
And see, I had a revelation about that. Because see, now I'm starting to preach now. I had a revelation about imposter syndrome. That's how it came to me. That's like me in my 33-year-old body riding a tricycle. That's what imposter syndrome look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine me on a tricycle.
The little bitty ones.
The one with the streamers on the side. Yeah. The Lisa Frank.
It don't even make sense.
It looks stupid. Yeah. You look uncomfortable. But you still seemingly getting somewhere, but it's not, it don't fit or feel good. And people looking at you like, you're bigger than that. Like, take the training wheels off. What are you afraid of? Why? Just because it's secure and you know those extra wheels are right there or whatever. Like, and people, like she said, like people are looking at me like, they sold on my stuff, but when I walk in the room, I don't even gotta say I do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just off the energy alone, they like, oh yeah, you gotta do something fine. But because I be in my own way.
That's it.
I don't even have a product. I be like, yeah, I make beats. Even for a long time, I was a producer with no beats.
And I'm glad you stepped away from that.
And because I knew they didn't sound like how they needed to sound. And that's another symptom.
Yeah.
It's like they're not mixed the best. They're not professionally how I hear it, how I know it should sound, so I won't play it. Or I pass on this opportunity to share my gift with people because I feel like it's not ready. Or this beat old, or I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta gauge it a little bit. But I'm outgrowing that.
Yeah. I'm glad.
I appreciate you.
I'm glad.
I appreciate you being that partner. Like, hey man, girl, do you see how silly you sound and how silly you look right now? Sometimes you need people in your life to tell you that, but you look silly.
Cause listen, you're right. Get your ass off the damn tricycle and get on a regular size bike and get the way you need to go. You could be riding a
motorcycle and hit you with.
Or get in the car.
Like a big old 8 on that little.
Get in the car. You can go quicker than that. Because the only thing that's getting in your way, that's what imposter syndrome is. All it is self-sabotage. Like, all it is yourself getting in your own way. Like, when the talent is there, like, why? Like, imposter syndrome. Yeah. Imposter syndrome don't have no room over here. You are not welcome in this space, anywhere near my space. I'm tired of playing small. And that was the conversation I had to have with myself. Like, you know for a fact that you're bigger than this, the size that you're playing. You know for a fact. You've had conversations with yourself. You've had conversation with your closest friends. But when it comes to the rest of society, then you shrink.
Yeah.
Girl, for what?
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know.
A deeper
right. No. Yeah. But that's what imposter syndrome makes you do. Like,
and then the thing is, can't nobody pull you out but yourself.
Exactly. That's
the hard part.
Exactly.
And you get tired of missing opportunities, and then
yes,
you look at Boo Boo over there like, bro, that's me.
Yep.
You looking at this person like, bro,
yep,
I know my jump better than them, but they did the work.
Yep. And that's the part that people don't want to do, is the work.
Because it's some work now.
And because it's easy staying in whatever feels comfortable, or because imposter syndrome don't even feel comfortable. It's an uncomfortable comfort, but it's easier to stay there than doing the work to get out of it. And people would rather take the easy route than the one with a little bit of, maybe a lot of it, but people aren't willing to take risks. And that's the I didn't say that. But I feel like, especially for me and people that I'm touching elbows with, that's not something that scares us, is risk. Because I know that the greater the risk, the higher the reward. And my whole life is that. Like, I moved to Atlanta with nothing, but I knew what the risk was going to yield. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know that I was going to have this. I didn't know that I was going to get to the point in my career. I knew that I was going to get to that point, but again, I just didn't know what it was going to look like. And I feel like if we continue to live in that space and we occupy and we take up more room in that space, then the imposter syndrome, all the negative things, they won't have, you can't take up room that is already full. You can't.
Right.
You can't.
And then
you can't.
And then too, even in that same space, you've done, like you said, the personal development, right?
Right.
Finding out that affirming yourself on a daily basis helps.
Yep.
Because that's you breathing and speaking life into that part of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And affirmations have been a more recent practice of mine. You know what I mean? And I have seen the fruit. I have seen the transformation that I'm undergoing just from within.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because many of us may not have been affirmed growing up. So even if I knew I was interested in music and this was cool and I liked doing it, a lot of us didn't grow up in households where the adults affirm that and say, that's it. You're doing the right thing, or you're going to be great at that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you had that skill, could we really afford to invest in that growing up? Niggas grew up whole.
Right. Same.
So we coming in the living room like, hey, y'all, listen to this song we made. And all we got was, that's good, y'all. That was cute. But that you're being met with this dead end going on. And it's like, well, is it even possible? Because all I know is just show it and they say, yeah, okay, that's cute. Good. Nothing goes further. Let's take this somewhere. Let's put you in a school that got the program that can invest. So we have to be our own. You feel me? Because many of us may have grew up in unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? Folk couldn't afford my music career, and music is a very expensive business.
Had I not gotten into my performing arts middle and high school,
See,
I know for a fact my mama, there were many different like programs that I could have been a part of, but my mama couldn't afford them.
Yeah.
So had I not gone to, John S. Davidson Fine Arts Magnet, but had I not gone there, I would definitely have not been able to experience the things that I experienced. I wouldn't have been introduced to as many things as I was introduced to. And I'm super grateful for that because, again, I can walk into these spaces and I know the basics of lighting design. And I can walk into these spaces and I could be a stage manager for a play. Or I could, it's so many skills that I was able to fine tune at a young age. When I got to Fort Valley and I did my senior showcase, my advisor was like, can I be frank? I said, what? She was like, we had no idea you were going to be capable of doing something like that. I told y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
But no, I told y'all.
Right.
But I'm grateful for being able to do that because, to your point, a lot of people, they don't have the resources. And then what happens is they remain in that mentality and then it blocks their creative. And so I count it a blessing to be able to counter all that I went through or did not have or everything that I lacked, and I'm able to feed myself in all of those areas now and grow those talents. And all of them, I'm able to take the time to feed into all of them. Speaking of many talents, a little segue for the people, like you also, Tahoe does grills.
Yeah.
Tahoe does grills. Tahoe creates apparel. Tahoe is a creative director. Tahoe gets into styling. Tahoe, like all of these things. Talk to me about how you got into making grills.
I would love to. But first, I want to send a shout out to all of the adults and the individuals who are doing the work, speaking life into their inner child. I want to shout out to the now adults who making sure that their child have the resources and doing the research and figuring out how can they invest in their children.
Yeah.
So, cause we ain't had it, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all that are going that extra mile, taking your children and investing in them and admitting them into programs and things, putting them in them environments so they can flourish. And that's what we struggled at. We don't know how to take that child and put them in that environment. You know what I'm saying? And really be paying attention to what they're drawn to naturally. If you know they like Roblox and gaming, then you might need to course them along some sort of program in school or something, because you know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all that's out there doing it and changing that cycle. And so grills. So this is an interesting, being from the South and being in Atlanta, y'all know Gold Grills, that's just something.
Yeah.
Even back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Auntie, grandma, uncle, granddaddy got the caps, got the solid open face, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I was a flea market Gold Grill buyer. I used to go to 285 Flea. I went to the one down there on Metropolitan. You know what I'm saying? I done went to the one at 5 Point by Underground. Got me a whole 6-piece for about $100 same day. That couldn't have been no real gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, so 2016, 17. Yeah, 2016, 17. I came upon by Instagram A-Town Grills. Shout out to my boys at A-Town, man. Them my brothers out there, man. I wanted my grill same day. We got them college refunds, so you already know. I was like, yeah, I'm finna come in. I done lost so many grills, you know what I'm saying? I done had grills that pop, crack, snap, bent, just cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was going to 285 Flea to get me a grill. I think this was Labor Day. Is that fall refund? Something like that. I wanted to get my junk same day. The Chinese people were like, no, we no do same day, no same day. And I was mad. I was like, nigga, I came over here. I want to get my grill right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I saw A-Town Grills Instagram, I saw that they were 24 hours. They offer 24-hour service and they offer mobile service as well. So it's like at any time of the day, I can get my grill made. And then that was around the time where we started to turn our spending back into our own people.
Yeah.
That's when the whole Black Dollar movement started to really take off. So I said, man, bump that. I'm gonna go spend some money with some black folks, man. Like they 24-hour and same day. Like I'm finna get me a grill today. You know what I'm saying? Them Asians had picked me out that day. You know what I'm saying? When I went up there, the owner, PI, super cool, walked in. I was playing Grand Theft Auto. I was just chilling like this. You know what I'm saying? Just do. First grill I got though, it was a cheap grill. I was being cheap and stop. And I'm just letting y'all know, don't even cheat yourself like that. You get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? And with gold, I'm telling y'all, like, it's an investment.
Yeah.
It's real jewelry. And it's also going in your mouth.
Yeah.
So I just want to set that record straight. Boom, I bought a cheap grill. It turned on me like a few weeks later. It looked great, felt great, but it ended up turning. So I came back, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, okay, this your second time. Like, all right, boom, what you getting now? Got me another grill from A-Town. He was like, if you bring somebody with you, I'll give you a discount on your next set. So when I got my little 2 at the bottom on the K9, you know what I'm saying? I had brought my homeboy back up there with me. You know what I'm saying? I got another set then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, I see you brought people back already. So then, like, the next time I came up there, he was like, if you want to, I could show you how to make, like, how to do it. So he set me up with like 5 or 6 dental kits, like with the trays and the impression powder. Showed me how to mix it straight up. And he was like, whatever you bring, I give you a cut off of it. It was that easy. He knew that I was like, he knew I was good people then, and he still say that to this day, like, P.I., that my boy, man. Anytime, like, anytime, like, and he'll Taurus too. But he showed love to all his people, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that I enjoy working with A-Town is like, we educate each other on what we're buying. We're not just taking the money. I guarantee you, everybody that got a grill from me be like, dang, you know, I didn't know that getting grills was this deep. It's that much information that goes into getting gold teeth. Because even before I knew, I would just go in, pay, get it, and I'm out the door. Not thinking about, okay, what I enjoy doing, you know, is tailoring the experience to the buyer.
Right.
What is your lifestyle? You know, how often do you plan on wearing it? What's your personality like? Because some people, a lot of my customers are like first-time grill buyers. So they don't really know that it take all that. Like, nah, this is a custom fitting. This ain't nothing you dropping in some water and popping in your mouth. Like, oh, I could tell if she's more of the dainty kind, then she's gonna want something a little cute, nothing all slugged out. But then you got some prissy girl that come in like,
wait to get mine.
I want to get my Erykah Badu on. Like, I want to get my, but knowing how to tailor that and customize it to the customer is A1. And then I can customize too, you know what I'm saying? I don't have none in because I lost mine, y'all. Sad. With my big old grown self.
Sad.
And that was the longest I done had them too. But yeah, like, I was drinking, y'all. I was drunk, eating some Oreos. I popped them out. I don't know where. I thought I put them in my pocket. Y'all know how that is. Everybody who lost grit either put it in a napkin while they were eating at a barbecue, then sat it in a to-go tray, then slapped that thing down. I done lost grills at the calf at Fort Valley sitting on that tray.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, sick. That's a feeling.
Yeah.
That's a feeling. Losing your gold teeth.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. We love to educate our people up there when I'm up there at A-Town. Like, this is what you're buying. Yeah, you want to cut corners, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This is our recommendation, just based on the shape of your teeth. This design may not look right on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can bring us a picture in and be like, okay, come in and let us consult. That's why I always recommend a consultation. You go to the flea market, they not doing that. They gonna be like, what you want? Slap, bap, cash out, and we out the door. You know? But then it's like, dang, I can come back. I feel comfortable. I know what I'm buying. 10 karat gold versus 14 versus 18 karat versus 22 karat. Okay, 22 karat is 90%, 96% pure gold. You know what I'm saying? 8 karat, which is the flea market grade, that's less than 30%. That's less than 30% gold. So you buying metal.
Yeah.
So you buying a bunch of metal with a gold.
Said that the
flea market quality grills, you know, we don't even recommend those to people unless they know that's what they want. Because some people may come in and be like, look, we got a 90s hip hop party. This is only for the weekend, honey. What's the cheapest thing y'all got? That's what we'll recommend. 8K, you will get the look. It's still custom. It's not gas station.
Right.
You know, it's custom. It's going to look good. And it'll serve its purpose.
Right.
You can hold on to it, or whatever you want to do, you get a few wears out of it before you have to start doing some maintenance on it. If you do extracurricular activities, you know, hookah.
You would do that
not
with it in your mouth?
People do. Girl, you done seen, come on now.
But usually I'll see with permanent.
They start turning bronze.
Yeah.
Like people grills start turning
right.
copper.
Oh, this is a question. Do they make bronze grills?
I wouldn't recommend it because the oxidation. You know,
that's
I had somebody advocate we do copper grill. Now, copper grill sound fire, but the oxidation on copper, that green stuff, when it get wet or moist, let's not even play around. It look like
gangreney in your mouth.
Nah, but y'all know y'all seen brothers and sisters with grills that done turned into brass. That's because they not cleaning it. Like it's a piece, it's jewelry, especially in your mouth. So chemicals from juices,
and it's wet
from fruit.
It's wet.
Burger King and then hot wings. Some people, you know, if you're gonna go that far with them in your mouth, then I would recommend upping the carrot.
Yeah.
So what you would do at 8K, you wouldn't do. I mean, what you would do at 24K, 2K,
you definitely wouldn't do it
at a 10 or 8K. Now, our 10K is solid. That's our standard. I recommend 10K. Extracurricular people, 14 would be my base. I wouldn't do nothing less than 14. The more the carrot is, the softer and more malleable the gold is, so it fits cleaner. I went from a 8K to a 14K, and I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back to 10.
Yeah.
Just because I like how it feels. It's smooth. It just hit. It just hit.
Yeah.
So
y'all getting this grill education.
I know. Okay? And see, that's why y'all got to shop with me, man.
I was about to say, make sure you shop with Tahoe Does Grills.
Tahoe Does Grills. Powered by A-Town. They're my partners, man. I'm all the way. They got me started. So, yeah. I would break it down to the nit and grit with y'all on that grill stuff. Because once I learn the knowledge, it's like, wow. Yeah. And then even with jewelry, because we do jewelry too. Diamond pendants and stuff like that. When you start spending money on that stuff, you can get that stuff appraised and insured. Yeah. We not even talking about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That way, if you lose it or somebody steal it, you can get insurance on that stuff when that's precious metals that you're buying. So come on now.
Well, thank you for that education piece, because a lot of people don't know. Again, y'all really out here just buying, and I know I was tempted a few times to go to the people at the place
flea market.
Yeah,
I mean,
and get, but now
they have it there,
but now I know somebody. But I mean, I can't do nothing with my braces in my mouth, of course.
Right.
But that's. I think that there needs to be more education around grills and mouth jewelry in general, like, cause
noted. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that, because I do want to do information based stuff on my junk. Y'all can follow my little grill page at Tahoe Does Grill straight out. You know what I'm saying? That's more so like the pieces I've done that I've personally designed, because I design grills too.
Yeah,
that green and gold set y'all seen me wearing, I designed it myself for my birthday. That's the set I lost.
That's a sad story.
Oh, goddamn Oreos, story. Man. I didn't need to have them.
Got too lit.
So now I gotta come back with something. Y'all know I'm coming back with something a little more harder than that. And I can't. Once they gone, I said, cool. Yeah. It's time to do something else. So y'all gonna see it.
So let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about it.
Your apparel.
Apparel.
I mean, I got a hat on.
Man, and
you got a hat on.
That color hat since.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't even see that where I go get my junk at.
For real?
You know what I'm saying?
I got
unless I ain't looking good enough.
I got an exclusive, y'all.
Nah, for real. Cause that really was supposed to be mine, but you came through clutch. So I was like, you know what? I know that you would do this justice. If it ain't me, it's B.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
Atlanta on your chest, 404 on your hat.
Right.
What else you got on? Just those two pieces from.
And the bracelet. I made this bracelet too.
Oh, excuse me.
Green aventurine.
Okay.
But so my apparel thing, like that's something, another little nifty thing that I just kind of like enjoy doing. But I think I have cool ideas that just be like, that'll be good on a shirt or whatever.
You know what I'm waiting on.
Yep. And I think I'm just gonna go on and roll it on now, because I'm seeing that I might end up stepping into that space too, just from the two cool people that I met, just outweighing my own shit.
Yeah,
that feels so good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on a website. I'm almost done with it, y'all. Y'all know I be thinking too much, be too particular about certain things. So I'm just tweaking till I feel like it's right to be putting it in y'all face, to be like, y'all need to pull up to my website. On my website, you will have access to supporting me and buying merchandise. You know what I'm saying? It is exclusively 404. You know what I'm saying? But I will customize you something. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning everything, so I ain't got to the elaborate designs, but you want something simple, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. And I like that for me. A couple of ideas, people like, hey, I want to do this. Next thing you know, hey, can you make my wife this? And we'll pay you for that. And I'm like, absolutely.
Yep.
I would sure do that. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta 1990 was I feel like, you know, as an influencer and a brand.
Period. Period.
I'm gonna make things that speak to me. Like, I make what I like first and put it on, and then somebody be like, hey, I like it. All right, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Atlanta 1990 speaks to who I am. 1990 was the year I'm born. Atlanta, the city I'm born in. I thought this would be kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Just to wear. Got a lot of positive feedback. Because it's the color. It ain't even just how, you know, it ain't even just what it is. It's simple, but see, it's how you put it together. Let me step in that light. How you put it together and what you make the colors do.
Yeah.
That's next level. Everybody can't coordinate colors and play with, you know what I'm saying? You know how that is. All right. You got a little funky little style on it too, so you know you can play tones off of certain things. And that's just stuff you gotta, hey, everybody ain't got that. So boom. This hat,